Hello everybody, and I need to unmute this. Nailed it. Anyway, hello everybody, welcome to Swamper Plays Dead Frontier Outbreak. Now, I was... What? No, hang on. Headphones fell out. Came out. This is a great start. Incredible. Right, so this game, I was browsing Congregate yesterday trying to find some zombie games to play, because there's one I remembered from like when I was younger, trying to find it, couldn't find it I'm afraid, which was kind of suckers because I wanted to do a playthrough of it. But whilst looking, I found this, which I did the first few things, and it seemed really cool, so let's see how well I can do. So from what you can tell, it seems to be a kind of story, which you get to say what you would do.
On June 29th, 2016, our lives changed forever. A virulent man-made virus had been mysteriously released into the population, mutating the infected into ravenous flesh-eating zombies.
So yeah.
The outbreak had claimed untold lives.
Zombies.
But somehow, my wife and I had managed to survive. We escaped the carnage of the cities by driving deep into the countryside, hoping to find relative safety at our parents' farm.
Is that me?
When we arrived, we were relieved, not only to find her parents still alive, but with them.
Have the logos, fortified farm, got it.
The granary held enough grain to feed us for months, and we had plenty of ammunition. It seemed as though we could survive here almost indefinitely. All too soon, we realized things weren't that simple. With no one working at the local sewage treatment plant, filth had found its way into our drinking water. A disease we had all but forgotten about came back to haunt us. Cholera.
Oh shit.
Without antibiotics to treat the infection, people grew weaker and weaker, and finally died. It was clear that if someone didn't go and find some medicine soon, we'd all be wiped out within a month. Those still healthy enough to hold a gun decided to draw straws. Mine was the shortest.
Huh. Okay, so for those who don't know, cholera is a disease.
Having been chosen for the mission into town, I wasted no time and started preparing immediately.
Sewage and drinking
I realized
water,
that even decisions that seemed unimportant
and
at
it
the
would
time could make the
dehydrate you, give you
life and
diarrhea
death
basically,
later
and
on.
you would be dead in hours.
With that in mind,
so, not
I headed to my father-in-law's
a ton of people
wardrobe
during the 18th
and
century.
started to think about what I should wear.
Yeah, so right, this is where the game starts to give you random, like, little things that you're gonna put on, and stuff. I'll tell you when we get to where I got to, because I died. Wasn't too far in, I don't think, so. What should I put on? I put on a jacket and jeans last time, but... yeah.
I chose to wear the old man's combat fatigues. I hoped it would make me much harder to spot.
Then again, in the city, that's probably not that great.
I knew that I was heading straight into a meat grinder. Zombies still wandered the streets, devouring any living thing that crossed their path. I knew that confrontation with the infected was inevitable, and so after I got dressed, I headed straight for the armory.
Ooh, what do I take? What do I take? Pistol, submachine gun. Shotgun's really loud. Pistol, I've shown in Deadwood to be quite good with. Submachine guns, again, too loud. I think a hunting rifle is probably best.
I took the hunting rifle so I could pick off the infected before they got close enough to bite me.
Yeah, what he said.
Having armed myself, I grabbed a rucksack to carry some additional supplies. It was imperative that I traveled light so I could complete my mission as quickly as possible.
Yep.
My fellow survivors were counting on me getting back with antibiotics as soon as possible, and the risk of being unable to outrun the infected was one I wasn't willing to take.
Okay. Okay, so we get other stuff. Right. I was playing this yesterday, so I can't remember too much. Jesus Christ. Take extra ammunition, take a rope, take a first aid kit. I mean, that sounds pretty good, but I don't think we really should be taking that if everyone's sick. Crowbar could be good, but then it's extra ammunition. I'll take a crowbar.
Both a useful tool and a deadly weapon.
Exactly.
The crowbar seemed like the obvious choice.
Gordon Freeman, I think. No, not Freeman. What was the guy from Half-Life called? Okay. Gordon Ramsay, sure.
I was almost ready to leave the safety of the compound. For the first time since arriving, I felt truly afraid. I knew that I may never return from this mission.
Oh,
But
shit.
if I didn't go, what little remained of my family would be wiped out. I knew my wife was sick, and unless I got her the medicine soon, after all we'd been through, I couldn't let it end like this.
I can, so,
I went back inside
What?
the house, climbed the stairs
Shit,
to
I
our
think I pressed
bedroom, and
something.
slowly pushed open the door. My wife lay asleep in bed.
Okay.
She was pale and her body dripped with sweat.
I'm gonna keep my mouse away
She
from
had
where
had
the
fever
options
for
appear.
some time, and I knew that without medicine she wouldn't last much longer. I leant over and kissed her gently on the forehead, whispered, "Goodbye, my love," and then silently left the room.
Mm-hmm.
As I walked back down the stairs, I
This
swore
guy
to
loves the
myself
sound of his own
that I would
voice.
find the antibiotics she needed, or die trying.
I reckon it'll be the latter.
I took a deep breath and stepped out of the compound into the wasteland beyond.
I think...
I heard the gate swinging closed, followed by the unmistakable
I
sound
died
of it being
shortly
securely
after
locked
this.
behind me. I started walking and didn't look back. As I
Okay.
began my journey, I realized that I had quite a way to go,
Yes, you do.
and I considered finding alternative transportation.
Okay. Walk into town, find a bike, or... I'd say this, because it is a bit loud, but it's still quite quiet. I mean, that's if they even work, and that's just going to take a lot of effort.
I had to walk quite a while before I eventually spotted an old and slightly rusty bicycle
Okay.
sticking out of a hedgerow.
Cool.
It wasn't in very good shape, but
Oh.
it was about rideable, and still a hell of a lot quicker than walking.
See?
Unfortunately, just before I reached the outskirts of town, the chain snapped. I would have to
Okay.
continue on foot, but at least I saved myself a lot of time and effort.
Exactly. Next.
After a couple of hours, I eventually came to the outskirts of town.
What?
The place had been pretty run down
sorry.
even before the outbreak,
Mm.
and I
Oh,
had
wait.
struggled to imagine it being any worse than I remembered. I was wrong. Once the streets had been the home of petty gangs and prostitutes, but now they were littered with decaying, half-eaten corpses. The air was thick with flies, and maggots crawled and squirmed among the bodies. I took a moment to regain my composure, and then pressed on, trying not to notice what I was standing on. As I turned the corner, I saw another man standing some distance down the road. I had no idea if it was a survivor like myself, or one of the infected.
Okay, right, so choices there. But, hang on, didn't it say, like, after I rode the bike, I was just outside the outskirts of town? So why did it take me a couple hours? What the hell? Okay, fine. Floors, got it, sure. Took my game, yeah, right. I don't want to shoot him because it could waste ammo. I don't want to talk to him because he could be infected and I'll probably die. I don't want to attack him with my crowbar because I want to try and avoid conflict. Yeah, I'll sneak past him.
I couldn't be sure if the man was still human or not,
Exactly.
and I didn't want to waste ammo unnecessarily.
See, this guy knows what's
There
up.
were plenty of cars and other debris between us, so I decided to carefully sneak past him instead.
Okay,
He didn't seem to notice me.
good.
Having dealt with the situation, I continued on down the street towards a small chemist. To my relief and surprise, the building didn't show any outward signs of having been looted.
Okay, that's good.
The door was closed and the glass window was still intact. I glanced around to make sure there were no infected nearby, and then tried the door. It was locked.
Crowbar.
I took out the crowbar and wedged it between the door and the frame. With a little bit of effort, I was able to lever the door open, allowing only a brief
sound
cracking
effects.
noise to give away my position.
Yeah. Right, before I press next, I'm going to leave the video here. Jeez, 10 minutes really flies, doesn't it? Ugh, right. So I'm going to leave this video here. If you guys enjoyed, please comment down below what I did right, what I did wrong. Like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe. I've already said that. I need to work on my outro. Anyway, like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe for daily updates on when I upload. Until next time, have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!